Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me on the very last of the Pootles Advent Countdown 2015 projects. I did promise you 24 that were 2 a week, but I also told you that I was maybe doing an extra one to make it 25, and that's this project that I've got here for you today. A bit like Monday's was a use it up challenge, using up the last of your Christmassy papers to make a quick and easy treat. This is one that I've made for you. Now this one, I saw this on Pinterest, and actually what you start off with is a cone, which is that shape, and I don't want to open it too much because I've got stamping there. And then you actually just fold it over. Now I've used magnets to close mine, and I'll show you how to do that. If you are giving a gift to a child like this, please don't use magnets, because for safety reasons you don't want to be giving out magnets to small children. Use some Velcro dots, or even just, you know, maybe tuck it inside. Oh, I don't know if it would. It probably would tuck inside, but please don't use magnets. I will make sure there's a link on my blog to somebody on eBay that I shop with. I have 2 sellers that I buy from. Spider Magnets, who is Donna, and she's lovely. She ships all over the world. And then Guys Magnets, and they're a husband and wife team. They also ship all over the world. So it doesn't matter that I'm in the UK and I can get mine in 24 hours, but you can. And I do know all the way across to Arizona. Somebody had some recently, and it was only 2 weeks, which is not bad given that they're magnets as well, and obviously you have to go through high security checking. So, but I'm going to show you how to make this project. And you need a piece of paper that is 6 by 6 inches. And I can't get off my table, is this one here. I don't want that Christmas paper. I want this side, which is very vanilla coloured snowflakes on a pool party background. And it's brilliant. I've loved this paper. Really didn't take to it at first, but I did eventually get there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of a curl across it. Now I've got a long steel ruler and I can do that relatively easily. But if you've got something shorter, just do as I'm doing. Keep sort of going methodically round. And I want to get the curl just to make my life easier, really. For when I'm rolling and folding. Well, I'm not folding, I'm rolling it. Because I'm going to be rolling it into a cone that's like that, and doing the curl ahead of time helps. What I also need to do is put my adhesive on it, and I'm going to use tear tape, which is a fabulous strong adhesive, and I'm just putting it on one edge but not right to the bottom, because obviously you want to get this point here. So mine stops, let me feel for it, there. Well, that is where mine stops, you can see it. That's where it stops, because obviously you're going to have a bit of a, well, the overlap is going to get less and less the closer down that you get. So that's going to roll round and stick like that. So I'm just going to grab my paper piercer to peel that off. And don't worry if it's not absolutely spot on perfect, it's a handmade gift. And this is where I'm going to go all fingers and thumbs on you now. Okay. Let's do this. It actually isn't as complicated as it looks. She says, really tangling herself up. Oh, there we go. It's because I'm sticking my thumbs to it. Right, let's get this lined up. There we go. I got it. It's just popped open. Show the stuff who's boss. I promise you it is nowhere near as complicated as I'm making it look. Do you know what? I battered out about 8 of these the other day with no problem. There we go. Oh, put your pen inside to make sure your glue is stuck all the way. And that is a cone. So that is a traditional cone that you make. I promise you, it's really, they're not hard. So that's your cone. So you could fill that with treats. You could put a hole in the back. You could hang that. You could put stuff in. But I decided that I wanted to fold it. So you just gently, because you don't want to put a crease in the sides, because mine hasn't creased, get it to there and fold that part very, very gently. And that's how it's going to close up and be very pretty. But we need to get these magnets in the back. So I will bring mine in. I have millions of these things, apparently with paper clips stuck to them. And mine are 8mm by 1mm. You could go for 10 10 by 1 mil, I really would avoid going for less than a millimetre if you can, because they tend to shatter because they're so strong that they, look at that, it's trying to jump back. It is, oh, there you go. That's jumped at force and they would shatter. So you don't want less than a mil. Okay, so, oh, it's trying to get hold of my, it's trying to reattach itself through my hand to the stack. There we go. So I need that. I also need some cardstock to go over it, because that's going to stop it being quite so strong. And I'm going to go with some vanilla. I've got some left over from a project that I did the other day. 1/2 inch circle punch, 2 of those circles, and then you need your glue dots. So the first thing we need to do, grab a paper piercer, glue dot on the back of one, and put that into the top corner of your cone. Glue dot onto a circle over the top, and what we're doing is taking a bit of the strength out of this. Put your other magnet on there and put some glue on there and fold it over and position. And if you press quite firmly directly in the middle, you're not going to put creases in the side, but that one will remain in place, so you know that that's in exactly the right place. And then again, to take some of the strength out, another piece of cardstock over that, and that will mean that that will snap open and closed. It will stay closed quite easily, but it will also open without ripping the magnet off. You can see that's just, they're snapping so hard, they are so strong. It won't rip the paper, which is what you don't want to do. I would advise you though, if you've made some of these, do not put them in your Rascog cart to wait for filming, because you end up sticking them to the cart, which is exactly what happened with this one. So it's opened and closed about 15 times. But I'm just going to finish it off with some simple stamping. I used the Cozy Crispers stamp set for this. I'm again bringing in not stuff that's not in the seasonal catalogue, stuff that's in the annual catalogue, and this was Christmas last year, so popular it made it over into Christmas, actually into the annual catalogue. We're going with this one, A Very Merry Everything to You and Yours. And I've used this stamp set loads of times. You can see it throughout my year. This year I've used it as well as Christmas last year. And I need a piece of vanilla cardstock. I've got some here, and I've got my Pool Party ink. And onto there, and oh, I didn't clean that very well last time I used it. That's not perfect coloured. Let's do that again. That's better. That was slightly dull. I had to clean up. And then the note tag punch over the top. And then I'm going to take another note tag punch out. Note tag punch? Yeah, note tag punch out in the Very Vanilla, because I want to offset it slightly. I'm going to put some pearls on here. Oh, I've got glue dot ribbons everywhere. I've lost my paper piercer. There it is. So I'll have one up there, one there, and then a couple down at the bottom, so similar to my original one. And then I want to offset layer this. So to offset layer with 3D elements, you put your 3D, your dimensionals on the bit that you want to cover, so that when I offset that, they're hidden away. I have a trio of pearls down there. And all I want to do now is put some ribbon. Now I use the wide striped ribbon, but I'm just going simply with our satin ribbon. With the satin ribbon this time. Very nice. And I'm going to put a mini glue dot in there to fold that in half and keep that in place. I'm going to put another mini glue dot on the back of it so that it will stick to my pouch like that, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. And that on there, and that is a quick and easy little pouch. You could put some nice little treats and sweets in there. Easy to use, great for a use it up challenge. And anyway, Merry Christmas. I will obviously speak to you before then with some more videos, but this is the last of this year's Pootles Advent Countdown. I have had so much fun doing this. I really have. I am, however, already working on Spring Watch for next year. As you know, that's 14 projects that come out back to back, so over 14 days. But also something else that's going to be coming in the spring too. Anyway, hope to speak to you very soon.